The 2019 Nitto Performance Engineering GTR Festival celebrated not only 50 years of the GTR mark, but 30 years of R32 and 20 years of R34 Skyline GTR. With such a tremendous occasion, the bar needed to be raised to give Godzilla a worthy birthday party. And that is exactly what happened with the biggest, best and fastest GTR festival to date. Over 300 GTRs and nearly 4,000 people converged on Sydney Dragway, along with nearly 100 other cars as part of the Nismo meet and our grudge match racing, making for a huge event. The occasion also called for some very special guests to turn out, and that's exactly what we got. With R32 turning 30, we managed to have the GIO Group A car on display thanks to Alan Heafy, and it was accompanied by the GTR driving living legend Jim Richards thanks to Shannon's Insurance. We have another video on our channel you can check out with a full interview with Jim about the GTR. To help with contrast, we had George's fully restored Australian-delivered R32 parked alongside the Group A car, which took home the Jim Richards choice. Alongside that, we had the other end of the extreme, literally and metaphorically, with the Extreme GTR Time Attack machine, which reset the Wakefield Park Time Attack lap record only weeks before the GTR Festival. To celebrate 20 years of R34, this year we had not one, but two R34 GTR Nismo Z-Tunes on display. Bobby Hamid returned with his 001 Z-Tune on display with the guys from B2R Motorsport. Joining him was V-Spec Performance's R34 Z-Tune, which recently had an overhaul and brought back to brand new with the odometer reset and the car was resprayed in midnight purple. It attracted crowds all day. V-Spec Performance also brought along a genuine Mines R34 demo car. Famous Mines R34 seen in the option videos dominating circuits in Japan in the early 2000s was the track version, while this is the sister street version demo car. V-Spec Performance didn't stop there, also bringing along a genuine R33 GTR Nismo 400R. One of only 44 in the world, it is one of the few times the car has been seen publicly in Australia.
Today we attend GTR Festival is because we want to show people what our collection and what we can do. It's pretty good, like it's excellent. It's a big event. Weather is good, weather amazing, area amazing, everything is good. We have to thank Andrew for basically letting us to be attend and also basically give us a very good area for us to showcase ourselves.
The pits were packed with so many GTRs to check out, it was hard to know where to start. There was an area for each model of GTR, a showcase section for the best of the best, an SAU section, and the workshops area, where the top GTR tuning shops showed off their best work. The showcase started off with Terry's complete set of GTR N1 models. We selected some of the best GTRs in Oz to set up in the showcase. Next up, it was the old school section. Seeing rows on rows of GTRs was a sight to behold and kept GTR fans happy for hours strolling the pits. The workshops had their best cars on display to showcase what they can do, and with drag racing starting at 1 p.m, it gave spectators a chance to have a closer look at the cars in the morning. The guys from B2R Motorsports had a massive setup with some wild cars on display and Bobby's Z-Tune as the centrepiece. The guys from PowerTune had a great selection of GTRs and other Nissans, along with products on display. Matook's Racing brought out an army of tough cars, ready to hit the track and battle for GTR supremacy. Birong Automotive had an outlaw GTR drag car in the build on display, along with Marian's mental R32 and Alex's son's Datsun, amongst some other customer cars. Precision had an army of R35s ready to attack the track on display, along with their Lamborghini Huracan Performante development car also on display. Dartone Racing had some of their incredible workmanship on display in a range of customers' GTRs, as well as their own demo car, which Anthony did an all-nighter on to put back together in time for the show. Just Engine Management are long-time supporters of all of our GTR-based events and were out again for this year's GTR Festival. Motorsports Mechanical were out in force with some great examples of their work on display. The guys from Skylines Australia, New South Wales help out with the event each year and also have a club display area. Once again, we invited some non-GTRs along for a Nismo meet area inside the show. This year's Traders Alley was filled with some great companies, great products, great cars, and some great bargains. JDM Garage made the trek down from Queensland with a range of parts and some awesome R34s on their stand.
Hey guys, I'm Shmay. I'm the owner of JDM Garage. We are based on the Gold Coast. We are the largest new and used importer. We have a massive online store. It's been an awesome day. We're really glad we came down. We hope to be here next year and see all you guys there.
Machina Magica returned as a trader and sponsor of the Show and Shine. We have another feature on our channel showcasing their company and the Show and Shine and who won all of the trophies at the 2019 GTR Festival. TurboSmart continued their strong support of GTR Festival as an event sponsor and also provided pre-event giveaways and showcased their latest and greatest products on the day.
James from TurboSmart, and here we are at GTR Fest. As you can see, we make a number of different parts for forced induction vehicles. Everything from blow-off valves to wastegates, boost controllers, a selection of fuel pressure regulators and turbo oil pressure regulators. Yeah, so it's been a great event. We're down here today because obviously the GTR community is quite important to us. Lots of turbo cars out here, lots of guys running our parts, so we're here to support those workshops and the people that run the parts on the vehicles. It's been a great event, very, very busy. Only got to see a few passes today, but yeah, it's been pretty full on all day.
Platinum Racing Products also returned as an event sponsor and trader, showcasing their latest and greatest products. As well as the stuff on their stand, it was amazing to see how many engine bays were filled with PRP products. A new event sponsor and trader for this year was Clarity Detailing Sydney. They prepared numerous GTRs for the event and had some on display, along with showcasing their services on the stand.
Hi, it's Dion and Danny here from Clarity Detailing. So today we've come out to the 50th anniversary of the GTR Festival. We basically specialise in all your car detailing needs, from paint correction, paint protection, show car finishing, concourse prep, and all your basic washes and waxes that you need done on any particular day for any event.
Shannons were on hand to give people insurance quotes for their GTRs, which have enjoyed a healthy price rise of late, and had Jim Richards on their stand meeting fans and signing autographs. The Motive stand was busy all weekend selling the anniversary GTR Festival merchandise. It sold out on the day, but we have more in stock now if you missed out. Simply head to the online store and grab yours now. We had our GTR Project Supercar Killer on display, along with this epic wooden RB26 model. Alongside it, we had Nismo and GTR official merchandise with a 50th anniversary 370Z and GTR on display out front. You can grab some of the leftover merchandise off the GTR Hub website. The VIP area was a great place to hang out this year with a DJ, food and drinks, and parking in the pits for VIP ticket holders, as well as trackside viewing and corporate box access. Make sure you get in and grab your ticket fast next year with only 100 available. Keeping people entertained between checking out the cars, workshops and traders was the Motorkhana, run by the guys at Road and Track Drivers Club. It was open to all cars at the event and a great way to have some fun in a relaxed environment. No helmet or special gear required, and you can take your mate for a spin. 4 sessions at $50 per session made for good old-fashioned cheap fun. With the morning spent in the pits in the afternoon, the focus switches to the drag strip. There was plenty of categories for GTRs to race in, keeping things fair and interesting. There was also some cars racing as part of the Nismo meet. Seeing the two wine-fueled cars do big burnouts and race side by side was a load of fun. Peter Carruthers in the R31 took out quickest sedan in the process, and if there was a quickest red and yellow Skyline convertible award, Brian in the R32 would have won it. Nitto took out quickest S-chassis street car with the 2JZ powered S15 from Motorkhana Racing. Quickest Nissan street car was Jason Ruby in the all-wheel drive converted S13 Silvia, running a mental 8.2 second pass. And quickest Nissan race car was Gary Attard with a 7.905 in the R33 Skyline. Back to GTRs, and in the stock class, Adam Elliott was quickest in the R32 with an 11.857 at 118 miles per hour. Into True Street low mount turbo class, and Matthew Spratt took the win in the R33, who travelled all the way from South Australia with the JMS crew, running an 11.2 at 128. Taking out quickest True Street single turbo was Chris Curry in the R33 from Motorkhana Racing. The quickest True Street 2.6 block manual was Fee in the R33 Skyline GTR with a 10.4 at 143. The competition for quickest True Street 3-litre block manual was a fierce one between Motorkhana Racing and B2R Motorsport. Josh in the PPG sequential equipped Street Fighter wasn't able to better his 8.2 PB and went 8.435 in the R32. Pele in the H-Pattern PPG dogbox equipped R33 from Motorkhana Racing was flying, setting a PB of 8.417 at a mental 172 miles per hour to take the win and be the quickest manual GTR at the event. The battle for quickest True Street 3-litre block auto was also fierce, with 4 cars running in the 8s. First up, Anthony Kaffis in 326 GTR from Renew Automotive, running a best of 8.67. Next up, Ibi in RH8 from Motorkhana Racing with a best of 8.606. Ibi's taken over, took out car of the show in the show and shine, yet hit the track to lay down some serious numbers. A few gremlins stopped them from cracking the sevens, but Ibi still ran 8 flat at over 170 miles per hour. The car that shocked everyone was Amir's Fryan R32 from Motorkhana Racing, which was only just recently completed with a new Nitto 3.2 stroker setup with a power glide, and it ran 8.030 on the car's first full pass before getting booted. Incredible stuff, taking outright win in True Street. Moving over to the R35s, and the quickest in stock turbo class was Dan in XXX GTR from Canberra. In the stock frame turbo class, Chris Thompson bought out his street car as his unlimited car wasn't finished yet and took the win with an easy 9.519. In R35 Unlimited class, George's R35 from Precision Racing was recently completed and ran an 8.4 on its first full pass. Incredible stuff. But all eyes were on Lance's Mad 35 to see if it could be the first R35 into the sevens in Australia. They were busy all morning trying to sort out Lance's other R35, Sin 35, so they basically had one shot at it at the end of the day.
Lance, mate, you've done it. You're the very first 7-second R35 in Australia with a 7.9. How you feeling?
Awesome. Awesome.
That's all you can say, really, isn't it? All right, if I was going to place my bets on who would have the first 7-second R35 in Australia, it would be this man, Lance Warren. I thought maybe you'd do it in the more dedicated race car one that's still a street car, but you did it in the street car. 7.9, first time out today. How you feeling, mate?
No words. No words. You know, look, I don't think everyone realises the efforts that the Precision team and, you know, all the people involved have gone in and building the drag car. You know, the last 2 weeks, and you know, late nights till 2, 3 in the morning, every morning, trying to get the cars. All of the guys, you know, and you know, we knew the street car was sorted. You know, we did a few things to try and, you know, get better traction, and you know, I just basically tried to convince myself that the car will do it if I keep my foot in it. And I talked myself through it, and I just played it in my mind, and it was squirrely, you know, but I kept in it, and it obviously worked, you know, so I'm just absolutely glad. Look, it's a big relief, you know, it's something I've been wanting to do for a long, long time.
Well, you're well deserved of this, mate. R35 Unlimited.
Thanks.
For this year's GTR Festival, you've taken it. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Well done, mate, well done.
Thank you very much.
Good work, boys.
Pro Street was the headline act at GTR Festival, where the world's quickest Skyline GTRs come to play. Andrew Amada's MSM RH7 from Motorsports Mechanical continued to go quicker, running into the 760s at GTR Festival. big showdown was between Nader's King 32 from Matook's Racing and Robert Margin's Jun 2 from Croydon Racing Developments. Coming into the event, King 32 was fastest with 210 miles per hour, but Jun 2 still the quickest with 6.86. Both were out to break records and give the crowd the first 6-second pass from a GTR at a public event. With the power turned up, both cars did it tough and first had to concentrate on just getting a run on the board. King 32 struck first with a 7.3.
Comes home 7.39.
Jun 2 struck back with a 7.1 to jump into the lead of the event. Anthony Matook then wound up the wick, but at this power level, the drivetrain is always at risk and the car lost gears and was out for the event. Rob and the CRD team still continued to push for a world record, and although they couldn't beat their PB, they gave the crowd the first public 6-second pass from a Skyline GTR.
Miles per hour. Put your hands together, Sydney Dragway.
The run gave them the win for the third year in a row at the Nitto Performance Engineering GTR Festival. Part of the Pro Street headline act this year was a grudge match between King 32, Jun 2 and Mark Tarabay's King 2J 6-second Supra for ultimate street car bragging rights in Australia. With King 32 out, the run between King 2J and Jun 2 decided the grudge match, and Mark Tarabay took home $1,000 cash for the win.
It goes without saying that GTR Festival is all about GTRs, but we decided just before the event that Frank Tarabay's Supra should be allowed to come along and fight against King 32 and Jun 2 for ultimate street car supremacy. And the deal was they were going to all race each other, and the winner would take home $1,000 cash. And what did I say? Bragging rights was the big one, right?
That's right.
Now, it didn't all unfold exactly how we wanted, but at the end of the day,
Looks like Edge Roads will do, huh?
at the end of the day, we have a winner. Frank Tarabay, $1,000 cash just for you, mate. In a Nismo bag, of course. That is bragging rights. I know he's going to be giving it to everyone after that. Do you have a good day, though?
Beautiful day, thank you.
Awesome.
Are we invited next year?
You're invited back.
100%.
You're invited back. Thanks again for coming, mate. Very much appreciated. Every year at the Nitto Performance Engineering GTR Festival, Robert Margin and Anthony Matook are always pushing to not only break a world record, but to win the event as well. And every year it's always a bit topsy-turvy with who can get a run on the board and who can get that win. And this year, for the third time, Robert Margin in Jun 2 from Croydon Racing Developments takes the win. Congratulations, mate. Put your hands together, boys. That is yours. And it's not just a novelty check. $1,500 hold card cash. There was a $1,000 bonus if you did the world record, but we didn't quite get there. That's yours as well, and I think we've got 50 other accolades for you. But all I want to say is well done to the boys. I know it was hard work.
Awesome, thank you guys.
Come in, Shane. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to tell the camera? What do you want to tell the
We
camera?
love these events. Without these events, we wouldn't have the following that we do. We wouldn't be pushing as hard as we do. The boys wouldn't be putting in the effort. You have no idea what goes into it, and then to come here and to take it out, like, it's pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, it's rewarding.
The 2019 Nitto Performance Engineering GTR Festival continued the trend of getting bigger, better and faster every year. Stay tuned for more info and dates for 2020 on our website, gtrfestival.com.
Ooh, a Z-Tune. That's right. It's a pretty special moment. I know I'm not driving it far, but the fact that I get to drive a Z-Tune is something pretty special, to be honest. Let it warm up a little bit and take it over.